What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Jenks Hammer Podcast. Week 12 in the books. Crazy week. A lot of stuff went on. We're going to break down some news topics. After that, get to some picks. And then, of course, at the end, touch on a little fantasy recap. But let's get right into it. It's going to be a good one.
Welcome to the Jenks and the Hammer Podcast. Bringing you the latest NFL news and insights from the perspectives of two die-hard fans. So sit back, relax, and get ready for some football talk with Jenks and the Hammer.
Here we go. All right, guys, an exciting day for the NFL this morning. I woke up, kind of checked my phone. I think it was around I might have been in class actually, like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. And you see a few NFL reporters say, Aaron Rodgers is officially back for the Jets at practice. So as the biggest Aaron Rodgers fan I know, Hammer, what are your thoughts? I want to hear him.
That bad man is back. He's the man. A lot of people question if this was possible. And I was like, honestly, after watching some of the stuff that he's done throughout his career, battled through injuries and just the type of magic that he does on the field, I knew if there's anyone that could come back, from this type of injury, it's him. It's him. And I think this is so big for his legacy. And I think it's big for his legacy. Just right there in general. There's a lot of over the years, a lot of criticism that he's not a good teammate. He's a little soft, this and that. He's battled through injuries, this and that, but this is something different. No one's ever came back from an Achilles injury like this in the same year. It takes a year. And for him to do it in 2.5 months, he's already practicing. It's the end of November.
I think it's 73 days, 71 days, something like that.
Yeah. It's the end of November. This dude's on the practice field. All right. His 21-day practice window, open today. He's back on the field practicing today. To do that at 40 years old is pretty damn incredible. And on top of that, it says a lot about his character, and that's why I think it adds to his legacy. Not only to come back from the injury, but you got to think about it in this way. Rodgers, he's 40 years old. He's got houses everywhere. I know he's got a house in California where he lives. He could be there, chilling, doing his rehab. All right, I'll see you next year, Jets. Make sure that you give me an offense line next year. And, he could be getting a suntan, doing his rehab, getting paid $50 million. But no, he's at it every single day, going to work, getting that Achilles ready to come back and, help the Jets. Maybe we'll see. Probably not. I don't know. But it speaks volumes about the character and the kind of person he is that I think that over the past couple of years has been a really in question. And do I think he's going to play? I think he's ready to play because I know him. He's ready to go. I don't know if he will though. If the Jets lose this week, I don't know. If they lose these next 2 weeks before he can come back, which is I forget the date, but it's going to be against the Commanders. It's
I think it was Christmas Eve was his goal.
23rd, 22nd, it's something like that. But I'm just saying, if they lose, so that's in you got 2 games before that, really, right? So if you lose these next 2 games, then the Jets are going to be at 9 losses, right? And I don't think the playoffs are really possible at that point. And that, then you got to shut them down and all that. So, it's going to be interesting to see. But, I hope the Jets kind of go 1-1 or maybe 2-0 and, have him come back. Because I know him. He's going to win out, put the Jets into, a position to maybe go make the playoffs. And it's going to be exciting.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with what you said. I think it is a big thing of his legacy because people were questioning all of those things about him. And I think it's interesting that he's been coming on the Pat McAfee show, kind of talking about his comeback the last few weeks. And even the Pat McAfee show and everyone around the league, you can't believe it. It's an unbelievable thing. So there's a lot of conspiracies. Did he even tear his Achilles or just a strain, whatever? But I think it's interesting to see if he does come back, if he's able to actually
move
around.
He did tear it.
No, I think he did. I do. I'm just saying there are conspiracies.
He's got a message. If you didn't watch the McAfee show, he's got a message to everyone who thinks, if you don't think he tore it, he's got a message for all you guys. And it's, what is it? It's GFY. I think it was GFY. So if you can go beep yourself. So that's Rodgers to all you guys. All right. Heck yeah, I love Aaron. Let's go. Next
All
topic.
right, all right, calm
Very
down before your
excited.
nose gets a little bit too brown over there. All right.
Let's go.
Anyways,
Legend.
next topic: the Panthers, who are burning in flames right now. Just terrible organization. Tepper, the owner, is just leading just a dumpster fire over there. I feel bad for them, but I don't feel too bad because they're a rival of the NFC South. So for all I care, they could just suck for a million years, and I wouldn't be upset. But I do feel bad for Frank Reich, who got kind of thrown in with not really much to deal with, and he wanted CJ Stroud. You could tell this guy. He was talking with CJ Stroud, at the pro day. We both talked about it on our podcast. How he was like, "Oh, when you're in Charlotte, you can go do this, whatever." Like he wanted CJ Stroud. Let's be honest. So when a guy like Bryce Young came in and has not lived up to the hype, he doesn't have great weapons, but he has Adam Thielen, DJ Shark, a few other guys, and their defense isn't their defense isn't great, but it's not awful. It's not at all like they have an all right team. I don't think they should be 1-11 or whatever they are. Like I just don't think they should be realistically. So it is a tough spot for Bryce Young to succeed in right now, but I also do think he should be leading them more games with the hype that he received and for what they traded to get him. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit underwhelming. I think Frank Reich does find a spot as either a coordinator, maybe a coach at like college or something like that. I think he just got thrown into a terrible situation. So Panthers gonna suck the rest of the year. Maybe get that earliest second round pick if they still have that. I don't know if they traded that away in their trade.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of argue with that. I don't think he got put in a terrible spot. Yeah, maybe that wasn't the QB he wanted, but I don't know. You look at that roster, and I still think they have kind of nice young pieces. Um, I think they have a roster that's, I mean, good enough to win more than one game. So part of that's got to go to coaching and all that. And yeah, Bryce Young has not, he hasn't really showed why he was that number one pick, why the Panthers wanted
Yeah.
him. But like, guess what? Everyone translates the NFL differently. Like it takes time for some guys it doesn't. You look at CJ Stroud, okay. You look at Joe Burrow, like these dudes just came in and they were ready to go. But then you look at a guy like Tua, who like kind of took him like a year or two to kind of like, you know what I mean? Then he gets the right head coach, and now you look at him. Look at a guy like Jordan Love. Dude sat for 3 years. Now look at him. He's
Yeah, but
not
I
playing.
think Jordan
He's not
Love
playing
would have
bad
done
football.
better. I think Jordan Love would have played better than Bryce Young
What do you
in
mean?
that situation. Like Bryce Young,
I
yeah,
don't
but
think so. I don't
Jordan
think
Love
so.
did sit for 3 years, like you
I don't
said.
think
Like he
so.
didn't
Yeah.
instantly get thrown into starting. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
I don't think so. If you threw Jordan
I
Love
will say this.
if you threw Jordan Love right in when he got drafted, he would have been a backup
I think
already.
in a
He was
couple
very
games though.
raw. No, he was very raw. He wasn't
I'll say this though.
ready.
I'll say this about Frank Reich. He should not have been playing calls or calling plays. As soon as he started doing
Yeah.
that,
Okay.
like I don't think that shouldn't have been his job ever. Like he's a head coach, and I think he can lead the guys in the right direction, but he can't call plays, and it was shown
Yeah.
the last few weeks. So
Yeah.
in that
But
aspect, he deserved to be fired.
yeah, but he'll move on. He'll find a job. And I think the Panthers, it's tough. You don't get a first round draft pick to work with this next year. And, you lose a guy like DJ Moore, all this to go get Bryce Young. And yeah, it doesn't look pretty right now. But, we all know, to rate a draft pick and do all that, you got to wait 2-3 years for this guy to pan out. You know what I mean? It's just the truth. You know what I mean? You don't want to, but it's the truth, right?
Yeah, I mean, hey,
It's the ugly truth. Like, you know what I mean? Like Packer
yeah,
fans, and I'm just gonna keep on going back to it. We've been pissed and angry and like, what the hell? Like Rodgers has his window, he's playing at an MVP level, and we're drafting his replacement, right?
yeah,
And now you look at it like a season like this, and you're like, not too bad. Because now look at this window that's kind of opening by the way he's playing for the next 10 years. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And it's this, you just gotta wait your turn, to be honest. Wait your turn.
we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if the Panthers are able to turn that around. They just kind of screwed themselves with that trade, with trading away DJ Moore, the best receiver, as well as countless
Lots,
first round
lots of
picks, whatever.
picks. Lots of picks.
Yeah. So next we got Tom Brady on I think it's a Let's Go podcast, something like that. His podcast with a few other guys. And he basically went on and he said, the league right now is at the most mediocre point it's been since he can remember. And since I can remember too. You watch these games, like the 1:00 slate from last week was the most disappointing thing I've ever seen. I think there wasn't a single touchdown across the board within 30 minutes. Like it was like 2:00 when the first touchdown was scored. And it's just like, what the hell is going on? Like it's all offenses except for maybe 10 suck. Like they're not fun to watch, and it's a disappointment. Right now, you got maybe, I don't know, 5 elite quarterbacks or 5 extremely good quarterbacks that could just do whatever they want any given week. And I think that's ridiculous. Like you mean to tell me there's only 5 guys that can come out and play at this level in the world? I just think it's insane, and I think it really shows how the NFL was at its peak when we were growing up. We were watching all
Yeah.
these guys. We had what, like 5 Hall of Famers in the league at the same time throwing the ball. Like there were multiple goats in their own aspects across the league at quarterback, and I think that's something that we're missing out on right now. And I think they will develop in a few years, but right now, yeah, I agree with Tom Brady. The league's pretty mediocre.
Yeah, right now it is. And yeah, I mean, I agree to a lot of, what you said. I think, I was watching McAfee's show. I think Rodgers gave a shout out to a guy who's playing the best football of his career right now. And it's kind of like the exception of that. And that's Dak Prescott. He's been playing really good. Me and Jenks know he's a new fantasy quarterback. Like Rodgers, like he's doing stuff that, you know, that I do. You know what I mean? That like that real quarterbacking, this and that, like old school good football, like checking stuff at the line of scrimmage, doing this and that with the line and all that. So shout out to Dak Prescott. But yeah, I agree with a lot you said. It's definitely not the same game. You know, new you know new penalties and calls and just the way they're changing it. Trying to keep players more safe. And I get that, right? But you also have to understand that football is a violent sport, like it is. You know what I mean? So if that's not for you, then don't play it. You know what I mean? But it's
Yeah.
a violent sport, so you have to live with that a little bit. You know what I mean? We can't always protect the QB and this and that. Like it's just changing the way these guys play. You know what I mean? It's making the league softer, and it's not making it, like Brady. Like it's making these older guys and the older players just kind of maybe a little bit frustrated, a little bit like, you know, just it's changing. So yeah,
Yeah, and I'll say this, like you brought up, like it was more violent back then, and they were still playing at like a more exciting level. So it's just like, I don't know, at least dip down a little bit, and hopefully it gets back to what it once was. So Hammer, I'll open up the floor to you now. You got one last surprise topic. I know you wanted to get off your
yeah,
dome.
yeah. So I didn't really get a chance to talk about Jordan Love against the Lions, the Packers against the Lions. What a win! Surprised me. But overall, I think the play of Jordan Love's kind of been, you know, just pretty beautiful to see. If you're a Packer fan, it's just kind of been like, it's been shaping up, and it's exciting. It's exciting. You think this guy could be the future, and he's been playing really, really good. I think the first 3 weeks, hey, 3 touchdowns against the Bears, no picks, 3 touchdowns against Atlanta, no picks, a comeback win against the Saints,
Don't bring
17
it up.
points down.
Don't
Like
bring
those
it up.
3 weeks, you're like, holy moly, like we got something in Green Bay. This kid's looking like a stud, right? And then he kind of hits this slump, right?
Hmm.
And, maybe a rookie slump or whatever, right? People are starting to catch on to what he's doing, and this and that, and people are game planning differently and this and that. And, maybe he lost a little bit of confidence, this and that, stacked games on top of each other. They had a 4-game losing streak, this and that. But this past month, this November that he's put together, man, it's pretty incredible. So I'm going to read this off. Between weeks 9 through 12, Jordan Love is 7th in success rate, 6th in yards per attempt, 5th in completions, 3rd in touchdown passes, 4th in passer rating, 7th in air yards, 5th in Pro Football Focus passing grade, 3rd in big time throws, 3rd in completions of 20 plus throws, yards 20 plus. But like that's pretty damn good. You know what I mean? Like this dude's playing at like a high level, and he's doing it with guys that are first and second year receivers around him. His the most veteran guy, is out with injury, and Aaron Jones. So like this is like really impressive. Shout out to Matt LaFleur too. I think if Green Bay can pull this thing out, pull it all together, finish strong, make the playoffs, I think he's going to be considered for Coach of the Year, at least be a candidate. You know what I mean? I mean, this is the youngest team in the NFL. You know what I mean? And Jordan Love this is his first season, and he's got to be the vet in the room, for the offense. You know what I mean? To lead them, lead this huddle, lead this offense, and they've been playing good. And like, dude's second in the NFC in touchdown passes. You know what I mean? Like, dude, he's looking good. And like, I brought this up to Jenks, and I think it's like when you hear it, you're like, nah, no way. Like that's crazy. Come on, stop, Hammer, take off the cheese head. You know what I mean?
Hit him with it. Hit him
But
with
like,
it. All right, hit him with it. Enough of this.
Jordan Love, a Pro Bowl quarterback. And the reason I say, I mean, it is very close. I mean, I think top 3 QBs right now in the NFC, Purdy, Hurts, Prescott, right? Those are the 3, right? I think we all know out of the NFC, it's either going to be San Fran or Philly, right? So that takes one of them out. They're in the Super Bowl, right? Then you need an alternate. I don't know. Do you give it to Jordan Love? Or do you give it to Jared Goff? I think Love's numbers are better right now. You know, if he can continue this play the rest of the year, especially against an easy schedule, I think it's going to put him there. I think when you look at the NFC too, he's top 5, top 6, quarterback in the NFC. And I think it's going to make him a Pro Bowl quarterback at the end of the season. So maybe I'm getting a little too you know what I mean? High myself and like getting too excited. It's only, when it's only heading into week 13?
Week 13, yeah.
I mean, calm down, Hammer. But like at the same time, how can you not, you know what I mean? How can you be calm down? Because this is really exciting. The stretch that he's been able to put together is it's really encouraging and excited for the future with J Love.
Yeah, and I think you should be. Take it from a Saints fan. We're in quarterback coaching purgatory. We're just in hell right now. So congrats, you got a guy over there, and good luck for the rest of the season. We'll see who knows. Maybe it makes it the Pro Bowl. So that'll do it for our news segment.
Playoffs.
Okay, get out of here. Next, we got our picks for week 13, and after that, a quick little fan. All right, guys, getting right into the week 13 picks for the NFL season. As you can see, if you are watching, I got my Fire Pete Saints brown bag on, and it's not an Aints thing. Nothing to do with the Aints.
Yeah,
that
for those listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, Grayson has a paper bag over his head that says Fire Pete.
Yeah, as they should. It's my protest. And I'm wearing this. This will be a
protest. You got to wear it the rest of the season.
This will be a weekly thing until Pete Carmichael is no longer my play caller. It'll be a weekly thing.
Oh my God.
This is not an Aints thing. We have a good team. We have a solid roster. I believe in our team. But Pete Carmichael is screwing us. Dennis Allen's screwing us. Derek Carr I'm done with it. I'm done with the bullshit. Let's do this. Saints, fire everyone. Restart. We got
restart.
This.
You can fire everyone?
Everyone, dude. Dennis Allen, get out of here.
Wasn't there someone that said they didn't like Derek Carr before the season?
Yeah, shut the hell up. Let me get into these records here. All right. So terrible week for me yet again. Hammer 114-66.
Let's go.
Me 107-73. Awful. Now I am 7 games back, which is not good. Not a good look. So first game of the week, you got the Seahawks taking on the Cowboys. And as I said before last week and in Thanksgiving, everything, I've said it for multiple weeks. The Seahawks suck. They're frauds. I think they're going to stink it up the rest of the season. Cowboys win this game in a blowout. And I can confidently say in a blowout too.
Blowout? Yep. Yeah, I'm going to say good game for 3 quarters. Then I think Dallas is going to run away with it. I'm going to go Dallas too. Just better team. Dak Prescott's playing like best quarterback in the league right now.
Yeah. No, I agree. He is. He truly is. And it's caught everyone by surprise a little bit because he didn't play like it last season. He basically had the same team. So, props to Dak Prescott. Next game, and I'll say
Mike McCarthy. Let's go. Big Mike.
All right. Like, what was it last year?
People wanted him to be fired. Now look at him.
Whatever. Screw Mike McCarthy. Screw the Cowboys. But go Dak. I love you. All right. Chargers, Pats. I'm going the Chargers. Staley needs to be fired though before they do anything. They're not chasing playoffs. They're not chasing anything. Chargers win.
Yep. I'm going Chargers too. Must win for them. Patriots blow.
Yeah. Next game, you got the Lions taking on the Saints. And there's just one thing I'm asking for this week. Lions, please blow us out. Please blow us out well enough that everyone gets fired. That's all I ask. If we win this game, like we're screwed. Like Dennis Allen stays, Pete Carmichael stays, Derek Carr. Oh, Derek Carr, you led us to a win. I don't care. Lions, blow us out of the water. Let us just sail into the sunset with a new coach, please. That's
Yeah,
all
he
I
doesn't
ask.
care. Blow him out.
Honestly, I would be happy if we win, but like I really don't want to, because then it's just false hope, and nothing happens. Next game, or Hammer, let me make you pick. Sorry, I'm just getting lost in the Saints hate right now. I don't even hate the Saints. No, Pete Carmichael, Dennis Allen, they just suck. I'm done with it. Hammer, make a pick.
You look like such an idiot.
Make a pick.
Lions.
Lions. Yeah, both of us going to Lions. Next game, this is where it gets a little bit interesting here. Foul Clowns, you blew us out last week.
Take the Jets. Take the Jets.
I'm taking the New Jersey Jets with Tim Doyle.
Nice.
Jets, let's go. Let's blow them out. Beat the Foul Clowns.
Can we get a Jets?
Jets, Jets. I'm going for you, Jets. Let's do it. Come on. Foul Clowns, you suck. Hammer, make it pick.
With the paper bag and the Jets just made my whole week. Wow. I hope the Jets win to possibly bring back Rodgers, but I'm gonna go Atlanta. Yeah. You're not gonna win a game with Tim Boyle, but we'll see.
At least show some respect to his name, Tim Doyle. Next game, you got the Tweety Birds.
Tim Doyle. It's Boyle.
I swear it's Doyle.
It's Boyle. He played for the Packers. He was the third string.
Who the hell is Boyle? Or who the hell is Doyle then?
No one.
Okay, whatever.
You're making this stuff up now. I think that's like a tight end's last name.
It probably is. Next game, you got the Tweety Birds taking on the Steelers in Pittsburgh. And it's an interesting game because the Cardinals, they still got Kyler Murray. They still got this. They still got that. But they're getting squashed every week. TJ Watt is coming for you, Kyler Murray. Go Steelers. Steelers win.
Go Steelers. Yeah, I'm going to go Steelers too. They're finding ways to win. Offense looks new and improved. 400 yards. First time.
Yeah.
Probably the best game of Pickett's career. I think they're trending up, even though I still don't think he's the guy. But I'm going to go Steelers because of that defense.
Yeah, he played well. Next game, you got the Colts taking on the Titans.
Better than Derek Carr.
No, he still sucks. The guy has less games in his career. Dude, he's thrown more than one touchdown in like 2 games in his career. Get that guy out of my face. Kenny Pickett, you suck. Next game, you got the Colts taking on the Titans. Battle of the blue teams. Colts win. Gardner Minshew's playing well, playing like a starter. Michael Pittman's playing well. Colts win.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor going to be out 2-3 weeks. I don't think that matters too much when you got a backup like Zach Moss, who was killing it early in the season before JT came back. I picked him up in one of my fantasy leagues. Very excited about that. I'm going to go Colts.
Yeah.
And shout out to Pittman. I just made a move for him. Trade deadline was today. Made a move for him. Very excited to, welcome to the team.
Yeah.
Let's win some games.
All right. Next, you got the Dolphins taking on the Commanders, and Tyreek Hill is just licking his chops going into this game because I think the receiver one playing the Commanders has gone off every single week, and it's going to continue. Tyreek Hill, I'm taking him in prize picks for over, I think, 97.5 yards. Take care of business, Tyreek. Dolphins win.
Dolphins.
Yeah, the easy game. Next, see, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. I like this game. This is this is a good game, in my opinion. Broncos taking on the Texans in Houston. You saw all the home crowd going nuts in Houston last week. They came down to a loss, a doink, flat on the crossbar. I've never seen that before. Or never seen a bounce like that before. It was ridiculous. But then on the other side, you got the Broncos, who were coming off a 5-win streak, I think, right? 5 wins now, I believe. And Russell Wilson looks like a new man under Sean Payton. They're playing well. The offense is balling out. The defense is back. I'm going to go Broncos here. Upset pick of the week. Underdog of the week right here. Broncos.
I got the same pick.
God damn it, Hammer. No, pick the Texans.
No.
Okay, fine. Broncos, screw you guys. Screw you guys. I need to come back. I need seven wins.
Oh
Texans win. Texans win.
This is what desperate looks like. I mean,
dude, I'm 7 games back. I got a bag on my head. I'm 7 games back. I got a bag on my head. I need momentum. Texans win.
Oh my god. This is where I was mid-season when the Packers were playing like garbage. I was in this.
You weren't as dedicated to
Is this the most
rebuild?
That's not true. I own the team. You're nothing to the Saints. All right, real question. That's true. Real question. Is this the most depressed you've ever been as a Saints fan?
Dude, this is the worst I've felt. This is worse than last season. I had so much hope going into the season. You could watch the podcast episodes. I was like, Saints,
Going to this
13 and
year,
3,
yeah,
12
because
and 4.
you signed a new quarterback that you thought was good. I didn't think was good, but you signed a new quarterback, and you know, yeah, it sucks. All right, I'm gonna go Broncos. Upset of the week. You're taking
All right.
Texans.
I've swapped to the Texans.
Make sure
Go
you change
CJ
that.
Stroud. I
All right,
will. CJ Stroud. Let's go. Next
go.
game, you got the battle of the bottom feeders in the NFC South. The Panthers taking on the Bucs. I'm gonna go Bucs because the Panthers just suck. Fired their head coach. Bryce Young stinks.
I'm gonna go
Bucs.
Bucks. I'm gonna go Bucks too.
Yeah, I think it's a good pick. Next game, you got the Browns taking on the Rams, who Rams just absolutely ridiculous game on offense last week. Kyron Williams, if you didn't have him on fantasy and you can make a move for him because someone has him and they're not paying attention, pick up Kyron Williams ASAP. He's a league winner 100%. He scored 38 points in fantasy. I think he'll do something similar this week. Even though the Browns have a good defense, I just think the kid's a baller. Going Rams.
You going Rams? I'm going Cleveland. That defense is nasty. And
Who'd they lose to last week?
Cleveland, Denver.
Yeah, get out of here. Rams.
Why are you saying get out of here? Denver's hot.
Yeah, but the Rams are hot too.
Not really. They won one game.
Their offense is back. Kyron Williams is a playmaker. And I'll say this.
Like I said, Cleveland defense is good, and they stopped Sanford.
But listen to this. Browns got the baller Joe Flacco coming in possibly as a starter this week. Could show that Flacco still's got something. He could do it.
Could be quarterback for the Saints.
Okay, man. Don't hit a man while he's down.
I'm going Browns.
All right. Next game of the week. Right here. 49ers, Eagles. NFC Championship preview right here. I'm calling it like
rematch and preview.
Yeah. And I think the 49ers possibly win this game last year if they have their quarterback. Brock Purdy went down. Then, what's his name went down? Their second string.
Joe Johnson.
Joe Johnson. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
He went down. It was just terrible performance.
Definitely that sounds Joe Johnson sounds like a Madden or like a 2K bot. Like someone that's just like
man, don't hate.
Just saying.
Played for like every
I don't
single
know.
team in the league.
That might not be his name. I don't know. It's something like that. It sounds like I just made the guy up.
Joe Johnson. He's a journeyman.
Yeah. Joe Johnson.
It's something like that. I know that. But this is an interesting game. I think people are going to go a lot of picks the Eagles. Since I didn't pick my underdog at the Broncos, I'm going to go underdog pick of the week. I'm going to go the 49ers. I think they are viewed as the underdog right now because they have a worse record. And they're coming in. They're the 2 seed or 3 seed right now in the NFC, one or the other. But I'm going to stick with the 49ers.
Two.
I think they're 2. But I'm going to go 49ers here.
I'm going to go San Fran too. I think.
Damn it, dude. Pick the Eagles.
I'm going San Fran. I think, they circled this game on their calendar. They're pissed. They want to get after it in Philly, against Philly, that team that knocked them out last year. Purdy's going to come back. He's upset what happened. I think he's going to have a great game. And I think at the same time, I think you look at Philly last week against Buffalo. That was a close game. They could have lost that. They should have lost that if Gabe Davis and Allen had that, had a better connection. You know what I mean? At the end of that game. And I just think Philly's due for a loss. You know what I mean? I think they're due for a loss. And yeah, this is the NFC Championship game preview. But I'm going to go San Fran.
Yeah, I'm going to flip my pick to the Eagles. Got to come back some way or another. So, Eagles pull us out. So I don't have underdog pick of the week this week. Thanks, Hammer. Next game, Sunday Night Football. You got the Chiefs taking on the Hammers Packers. I'm going to go Chiefs. Jordan Love came out, balled out against the Lions. It's a home game this week. Who knows? Maybe it does it again. I think the Chiefs come in and shut him down. I don't think they shut him down completely. He has a couple touchdowns, He's feeling the waters against a contender again. But I think the Chiefs pull it out.
Yeah, I think this is like, I listened to Packers podcast and they talked about like, this is kind of like a video game, right? If you Jordan Love, this is like the boss level. You know what I mean? You beat the Chargers, a talented team on offense, poorly coached, whatever. You beat the Lions on Thanksgiving, short week, a division rival, number 2 seed in the NFC, really good team. You come out, you ball out in national television against them. And here we go. Sunday Night Football at your place, defending Super Bowl champs coming in. I mean, you beat that. If Jordan Love, if the Packers win this game, they're going to be banged up. They're going to be injured. They're not expected to win. He wins this, man. I mean, I don't know what else you can really say about Jordan Love anymore. I think all the questions are mainly answered, and I think Green Bay has definitely found their guy. I'm going to pick the Chiefs to win.
Damn,
I think they're gonna win. You know what I mean?
Believe in your team.
And I have picked against the Packers the past 2 weeks, and it's kind of gone my way. So I'm gonna do that again. On top of that, I want to add this note. Last week against the Lions, this was the first time we saw Jordan Love play an opponent twice. You know what I mean? And we saw in week 4 kind of the Lions come into Lambeau and whoop Green Bay's butt and whoop Jordan Love's butt. You know what I mean? And now he's like, okay, I saw that team. All right. Watching film, now you know what they like to do. You know what that was like. And we saw what happened last week, right? That's growth. Like, that's a big sign for growth, right? A young quarterback, that's growth. Now you're going against the Chiefs. If you guys don't remember, in 2021, when Rodgers had COVID, Jordan Love played this game. Me and Grayson were still roommates in college. Jordan Love played against the Chiefs. That was his first start in 2021. You know what I mean? It didn't go so good. Defense balled out. The final was 13-7. He didn't look good. But, I know that was 2 years ago, but, this is another growth moment. It's like you saw this team before. You saw this defense again, before it got Chris Jones. I got Nick Bolton. You know what I mean? Like, they got the same group. It's the same defensive coach. You know what I mean? It's the same colors. You know what I mean? Like, you've seen this team before. So, I want to see Jordan Love, come out and – just like last week, I want him to see growth, and I want him to see, I want him to just do what he's been doing. Just don't be a superhero. Just make the throws, make the reads, you know what I mean, and do your job. And if he could do that, I think this is gonna be a close game. I think the Chiefs win. I think it's gonna be a close game, but this game doesn't really matter in Packers' playoff hopes. I just want to add that too. So not a big deal, but if you win it, I mean, that's huge. I want to win every game, but Chiefs. And I think it's going to be a close game.
I think so too.
Is that fair? Is that fair?
It will be. Good Sunday night football game right here.
And there's a rumor, not a rumor, but right now it's looking like snow on Sunday night in Lambeau.
Good.
I want to add that.
Game.
I want to add that. Snow. So we're going to see. But I don't think Green Bay is going to be healthy again, but we'll see. Game time. We'll see.
All right. Then you got Monday Night Football. The Bengals taking on the Jaguars, which is not a good game anymore. Could have been. Not anymore. Nah. I think Jaguars win.
Yep. I'm going to go Jags too.
Yeah. So to keep it short and sweet, for the next couple weeks, just to say, we're going to try to just do kind of the main games, breaking down the contenders, playoff hopeful teams, things like that. And just cut the short games or cut the games where it's just very lopsided or very lopsided, no playoff teams. Just keep it quick. So we'll make sure to do that. Hammer, you got any closing thoughts on the picks?
Yeah, so this, like Jenk said, this is going to be a format for the next couple of weeks for the regular season. You know what I mean? We're going to be giving you guys news, debates in the beginning. We're going to get into the picks, break down the bigger games. The games, like Jenk said, that don't really matter a whole lot. Lopsided, we're just going to give you the pick quick. And yeah, the teams on bye. We've got the Ravens, Bills, Bears, Raiders, Vikings, and Giants. And Jenks, what are you holding in your hand right there?
All right. Last thing of picks. See, this is Pete Carmichael right here. This is Pete Carmichael. You know what I think about this? Get that on my face. Yeah. Anyways, Saints, do what's right. Fire Pete. Let's do this. I believe in the team still. Playoff hopeful. Turning around in the playoffs after Pete's gone. All right, guys. Starting off with our fantasy recap of the week. For everyone in our subscriber league, a little bit of a heated discussion Wednesday morning. Things got heated.
I thought it was back in 2015 watching Stephen A. and Skip. I was like, yo, it's a Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. Calm down, everyone.
Everyone was chiming in. Everyone was in there, and I respect it. It was
crazy.
Good for the league involvement. That's key.
I've been waiting for this though. At the same time, I was calm down, but I'm I've been waiting for this. It took 12 weeks, but we got here. We got her.
Let's keep it going in the chat. Let's keep it active. I like it. So Hammer and I made a trade. I traded Hammer Terry McLaurin, and I in return received Amari Cooper and Antonio Gibson, which honestly I feel I get more value in that trade, but it's a flex for Hammer, he feels. So I gave it to him.
I didn't think it was this caused a lot. Some people really didn't like the trade in our league. I don't know. I mean, I get a flex and Terry hasn't been consistent. I mean, I know it's Terry. He's one of the best receivers in the league, but just like he hasn't been there all year. Grayson gets Amari Cooper, solid. Doesn't have a quarterback anymore though, and Gibson, who I think he wanted. Jenks really wanted Gibson, and I didn't want to give him up, but Gibson's good. He gets a lot of receptions. If you go back and look at, he gets like 7 targets out of the backfield with like 8 carries. He gets a lot of good amount of volume. So it was tough giving him up. I wanted Jenks to take AJ Dillon. He wouldn't take it though. So is what it is.
That in my face. Anyways, 4 teams have clinched the playoffs. It's gloves didn't fit. Thomas Brown, Nicholas Lewis, Rainbow Herbert, John over here with Team Hammer, just joshing, Forrest Fairber. I think I pronounced that right. Let us know if I didn't, Forrest. And now it's a battle. It's a battle for the last 4 spots.
A lot of 6 and 6.
A lot of 6 and 6, 5 and 7, 4 and 8 teams are in the mix as well. So this next 2 weeks, if you win, I think you're in. These 3 6 and 6 teams, you win, you're in. So that's me. Then Christian Diaz wearing number 0. Kirkwood Cardinals with Paul Burns in. And then the 5 and 7 team that's kind of battling for the spot is Rude. Rude, I can't pronounce his last name. I don't want to butcher it, Rude. But Breeder Broncos, Rude, he's one of our Dutchies in the league, and we're glad we got all this going. We're to the playoffs finally, so we'll see who wins this jersey. We'll battle it out. Hopefully him and I are able to pull away with it.
Save some money.
Yeah, let's save some money.
Don't forget, winner of the league gets a jersey. You know what I mean? And the winner of the league, and I bet more people in the league too. I think when the season's done, like, come on the pod. Let's talk some football. Let's talk about the fantasy league. Talk about your team, this and that. So, as the season kind of ends, we're gonna get some guests and on the podcast, and definitely some of these guys in fantasy.
Yeah, and I'd say we'll try to get both of the international fans on, maybe the same episode, talk about it, something like that.
Talk about the London game. One of them went to a London game this year. Talk about the atmosphere of the game. It's gonna be exciting. I can't wait to hear.
Yeah. So good episode all around. For everyone that stayed to the end, thank you again. We appreciate it. Comment down below something, anything about NFL. Comment what you think about the episode.
Tell me why Jordan Love isn't a Pro Bowl quarterback. Do it.
Yeah. Let Hammer go off on you.
Because I'm gonna. Yeah. Because I'm gonna write a novel back to you. Do it.
So that's all I got to say. Hammer, hit him with the outro.
Hey, make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Jenks Hammer Pod. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great week. Enjoy football. Got some good games this week, especially that 4:00 game. Watch my Packers battle on the defending Super Bowl champs Sunday night. And see you guys next week.
At 1:00, you can see the Saints get whooped by the Lions on national TV. So
hopefully he does not get fired, and Jenks got to keep that bag on the rest of the year. Hopefully.
We'll see. I'll do it. I'll just keep it on until.
And then wait till next year when it's like week 8 and he's still coaching.
That'd be miserable. Anyways, I'll do it. So.
That bag's gonna cause like acne or something.
Look at me. It's already like there's lines on my face and everything. So it's not going to be good for my health.
Good for you. Yeah.
Dedication.
Good for you keeping that thing up. There we go. I'm good. All the frustration's out.
Thank you for tuning in to the Jenks and the Hammer podcast. Remember to leave a review and follow all of our social media pages at Jenks Hammer Pod for more content. Until next time, who dat and go Pack go!